Number 10. Carrots give you night vision. This one haunted everyone's childhood. Parents swore that if you stuffed your face with carrots, you'd suddenly be able to see in the dark like a military-grade owl. In reality, carrots are great for you and packed with vitamin A, which helps keep your eyes healthy, but they will not turn you into a night vision superhero. The myth actually took off during World War II. The British had just started using radar to spot enemy planes in the dark, but didn't want anyone to know. So they pushed a fake story that their pilots had incredible night vision because they were eating tons of carrots. Newspapers ran with it, and the legend stuck. So when you crunch a carrot, you're not unlocking powers. You're just participating in vintage wartime PR. If you seriously want to see in the dark, you'll need proper tech, or patience until someone flips the lights back on. Number 9. Chameleons change color to hide. Cartoons convinced us chameleons were nature's cloaking devices. Slap one on a crazy patterned wall and poof, it disappears. Real life? Way less Harry Potter. Chameleons do change color, but mostly for body temperature control and communication, not camouflage. When they darken, they're usually trying to soak up heat. When they flash bright patterns, they're sending a message like, "Back off, this is my spot," or "Hey, I'm available." Scientists have put them on all kinds of backgrounds and they don't magically copy them. Put one on a chessboard and it won't become a walking checker piece. It'll just look stressed and deeply unimpressed with your experiment. Number 8. Your blood is blue in your veins. Look at your wrist and you'll see those bluish lines, which led to the classic myth, blood is blue until it hits oxygen. Nope, your blood is always some shade of red. So why do veins look blue? That's just how light behaves passing through layers of skin. Red light doesn't bounce back as easily, so deeper vessels take on a bluish appearance. Unless you're a horseshoe crab, you've never had blue blood. And that blue-blooded royals idea, that was more about pale nobles who didn't work outside, so their veins showed more against lighter skin, not an actual different blood color. Number 7. Cracking your knuckles gives you arthritis. This was every parent's favorite scare tactic. You crack your knuckles, they gasp, and say, "Keep doing that and you'll get arthritis." Sounds scary, but it's not backed by evidence. That popping sound is just gas bubbles collapsing in the fluid around your joints. Researchers have compared people who crack their knuckles regularly with those who don't and found no meaningful difference in arthritis rates. One doctor even cracked only one hand for decades as a personal experiment. Both hands turned out fine. The biggest real risk? Annoying everyone around you. Number 6. We only use 10% of our brains. This myth is a Hollywood favorite. The idea that there's a locked 90% of brain power just waiting for a magic pill makes for great movies, but terrible science. Brain imaging shows that almost every region of the brain is active over the course of a normal day, even when you're asleep. Your brain is constantly managing your heartbeat, breath, movement, emotions, memory, and more. If 90% of it did nothing, evolution would have gotten rid of it long ago. Damage even a small area can cause serious problems, which tell you just how important each part is. So yes, you're already using your whole brain and still misplacing your phone. Number 5. Sharks are hunting humans. Thanks to movies like Jaws, it feels like sharks wake up thinking, "Time to eat some surfers." Reality is the opposite. Shark attacks on humans are extremely rare. You're statistically more likely to be struck by lightning or injured by something ridiculous like a falling vending machine than attacked by a shark. Humans, on the other hand, kill millions of sharks every year, often for things like shark fin soup. When sharks do bite humans, it's usually a case of mistaken identity. They think you're a seal or a fish. Most bites are test bites, and once they realize you're not their usual food, they lose interest. In most oceans, you're a much bigger threat to them than they are to you. Number 3. Humans came from chimpanzees. You've probably heard someone say, if humans came from monkeys, why are monkeys still around? That's not how evolution works. Humans didn't evolve from modern chimps. Instead, humans and chimpanzees share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. Think of it like cousins. You and your cousin share grandparents, but you didn't come from each other. That ancient primate ancestor branched into different evolutionary lines, one leading to modern chimps, another to us. Evolution looks more like a branching tree than a straight ladder. Number 2. Goldfish only remember for 3 seconds. Goldfish have a bad reputation as tiny, forgetful idiots. The 3-second memory line has been repeated so much that people accept it without question. But goldfish are much smarter than that. Experiments show they can navigate mazes, remember patterns, and retain information for months. Some even recognize their regular feeders and can be trained to do simple tricks like swimming through hoops or nudging little targets. That short memory myth likely stuck around because it made people feel better about keeping them in boring little bowls. The fish remember far more than 3 seconds. You just might not be giving them enough credit. Number 1. You can see the Great Wall of China from space. This one sounds epic, a human-made structure so massive it's visible from outer space. But astronauts say that from low Earth orbit, the Great Wall is extremely hard to pick out with the naked eye. It's long, but it's also narrow and built from materials that blend into the landscape. From space, big cities, wide highways, and large airports stand out much more clearly than the wall. Without zoom lenses or special equipment, it's like trying to spot a thread on a giant rug. So no, it's not the one obvious thing astronauts see from orbit. Bright city lights and massive man-made shapes are far easier to notice. Number 1. Hair and nails keep growing after death. This is the stuff of horror stories, bodies in graves with hair and nails still growing. Creepy, but wrong. What actually happens after death is that the body begins to dry out. As the skin dehydrates, it shrinks back and pulls away, making hair and nails look longer. There's no ongoing growth. Your body isn't secretly grooming itself in the coffin. It's just an optical effect caused by shrinking tissues. So that ever-growing hair and nails in the grave image is more myth than reality. And that wraps up 10 popular facts that turned out to be complete fiction. Some were clever wartime inventions, some came from misunderstanding science, and others stuck because they were just too fun to question. If you fell for a few of these growing up, you're definitely not alone. Hit subscribe for more myth-busting breakdowns, so the next time someone tells you you're only using 10% of your brain, you can smile, correct them, and use 100% to win that argument.